morning, everybody. Good morning to everybody. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Not gonna do a whole lot of dilly dally today. We gonna go ahead and get right into it. We gonna get right into it. Hopefully y'all had a good evening. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. But I want to greet you with a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If by some slither of my huge imagination you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. Can't say my own name today, a.k.a. Aranya Grande, that big spider, if you don't hablo Espanol. And you are now in tune to another episode of the Overnight Price Action Review. If you don't know what we do in the Overnight Price Action Review, we look at the price action from overnight and review it to help us try to gauge a better understanding of what the market is trying to do today. What will it do? We look for the clues in price to see what is it doing. Is it giving us the 52 fake out? Is it showing us that it's trending? Is it showing, what is it showing us? What is it showing us? Today is Thursday. We had our jobless numbers and productivity costs at 8:30. We got PMI manufacturing final numbers at 9:45. We got ISM manufacturing numbers at 10 o'clock. Construction spending at 10 o'clock. We got a couple news drivers at 9:45 and 10 o'clock. So be careful if you're trading around that time. You may want to be out of positions, or you may want to wait until after that news. Don't know how volatile is PMI. This PMI number will, this ISM number and this PMI number is going to be. But whenever we got news coming up, it's always a good idea to be flat and to after the news. Right? You never know how they're going to use the news to manipulate liquidity. So let's see who in the chat, and then we're going to get to it, man. Rhonda Green is in the chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. First one in the chat. Popped in at 7:56 this morning. Shout out Hitler and share. Oh, excuse me. Shout out Hitler and share. Popped in at 8:09 this morning. Shout out Kim. Kim pulled up at 8:59. Tish, what's up, Tish? Pulled up at 9 o'clock. The first one who pulled up when you're supposed to. What's up, Deborah? What's going on, Marco? Marco, did y'all say it? Did y'all say? I know somebody said it. When I said Marco, somebody said it. What's up to Black Al Davis? What's going on, Seawalt? Hey, stop. Had to put that dog in the cage. He was getting on my nerve. What's up, Kashaya? What's going on? What's good with you? He was getting on my nerve. Whenever I be trying to set up my green screen, he just shake it and get out of here, man. You gotta go. What's up, Scorpion? What's going on? Let's get to it, man. We got we're hanging out up here. If you don't know, this right here is a daily SIBI that we have marked out, anticipating the ES to draw up into. We have drawn up into it, and we've been hanging out up here in the premium all night. Hung out in the premium of this daily SIBI all night long. All night. This is all the overnight price action right here. All right. So we've been hanging out in the premium of this SIBI. That line right there is the consequent encroachment of the SIBI, right? So everything down here is a discount of the SIBI. Everything up here is a premium of the SIBI. Hide this stuff right here. All right, so last night we opened up over here at 55.74.75. All right, make it big for those watching on their phones, on their devices. All right, we had a gap up. We had a 2.5 gap up. No, sorry. We had a 4.5 gap up from the excuse me, the 5 o'clock close, and then from the 4 o'clock close, we had a that's 4 o'clock. We had a 18.25 point gap up. So from the 4 o'clock close to the open, 18.25 points. And from the 5 o'clock close to the open, it's 4.5 points. All right, so we got a gap up. Once we gapped up, we pushed up and we took out this swing high from 4 p.m. That's right there. It's time-based liquidity, right? Took out some time-based liquidity, right? And then we traded back down into the 6 p.m. BISI. Right. Created a 6 p.m. BISI right there. I like it when you do that right there. 15-minute fair value gap. Not going to extend it, right? So we traded back down into the 15-minute 6 p.m. SIBI, rejected off of it, and then we displaced up and came back above this swing high from 2:45 p.m. yesterday, right? Poked it to that. Hung out there for a second, pushed above it one more time on this 8 o'clock candle, starting the Asian kill zone, right? So we're starting the Asian kill zone there. So we're going to stretch this over there. For right now, that's the Asian high. All right, it's the Asian high for now. And then we quickly came back down below this swing low, traded the swing low from the Asian kill zone open, traded back down into this bullish order block that was created when we traded back into the 6 p.m. SIBI. Right. So we was talking about order blocks yesterday, talk about how to be able to see them. So in this case, price opened up, pushed up to an anticipatory reactionary point, an area of anticipated resistance, an area of some importance, however you want to frame it in your mind, right? We're coming to some time-based liquidity, right? Had a shift in sentiment. We started offsetting positions, right? We started distributing long positions here above this high. So we came up, we were met with contrarian delivery. You know what I'm saying? Any way you want to name it, price came up to a high and then backed off of it. This back off move there, whatever you want to name it, like all them fancy titles I just gave it, that what we did. Retrace. I didn't say retrace. I didn't say pull back. All of those. Pull back, retrace, or any way you want to title what's happening at this anticipatory reactionary point above these highs, right? Offsetting, Sound like my yard man out there. And then we displaced away, right? Heavy expansion, yielding fair value gaps, imbalances, buy side imbalance, however you want to name that move there, right? That right there is what qualified that to be an order block. So again, come to an area of anticipated support or resistance, right? Shift in sentiment, offset distribution, offset positions, right? Distributing positions above this high, retrace, pull back, and then trade above the in this case down close candles. In the other case, it would be trade below up close candles. Okay, with displacement, right? Heavy expansion, buy side imbalance in this case, and there's your order block right there, right? Trade it back down into the order block. We wick down here, that wick down there. Actually, wick back down inside that Bissy again, but it wick down. But the bodies of the candles, all the bodies of the candles are respecting that order block right there. So the order block is doing its job. Okay, we consolidate here for a minute. Put some more meat on the bone. Okay. Oh man, we getting all kind of examples from yesterday, what we just talked about, right? And then here we go. In the case of looking at the order block from consolidation, right? This one here, you got several down close candles in here that's all relative the same size, right? But we're consolidating here in this range, and then we displace away. We expand away with showing displacement, imbalance there, buy side imbalance right here, buy side imbalance right there, Bissy right there, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, right there. So there go your last. We got a series of down close candles right there. So boom, there's your order block, bullish order block right there at or near equilibrium of that little consolidation move, right? We go up, we take out the Asian high. Now we took out an Asian high and displaced away, right? That right there, right, was showing you that the narrative changed. So this order block failed. All right, man, when I say when you form an order block, if the narrative don't change when you trade back to it, then it will do its job. But since we came up here and we took out some time-based liquidity right here, we're inside the London kill zone, and we're taking out the high from the Asian kill zone, and then we displace away. Boom. Sell side imbalance. Create a SIBI, right? So now the net, breaking market structure, changing the state of delivery. We got all this showing like the narrative has changed. So that order block fails. Push back into the 2 a.m. SIBI and drop down, taking out the Asian low, right? Taking out the Asian low. All right. And once we take out the Asian low, okay, we put at 245. Then when the 3 o'clock open come up, we push up and we manipulate the high, right? Remember what we said a lot of times when a new session will start, right? The new session started here. It immediately went up, manipulated out this high, rejected down, and then we dropped off, right? Up until 4 o'clock. Well, after 4, like 4:15. Then we took out the low or this 430 candle, poked below the low, right? Came up, Change the state of delivery there. Pushed up. Inversion fair value gap there. Right. Anticipated order block there. Got up here. And price pulled back down. Did not make it to this BISI. Showing at this time, right here, IPTA was looking at all of this right here as a balanced price range. No intention on any type of retracing right there. Sell side delivery, buy side delivery. Leave that area, pull back. Price did not even come into that SIBI. So you see it's using it as a balanced price range at this time. All right, proceed up. Take out this London high right there as we're coming into the New York kill zone. We take out the London high right here on this 730 candle. We pull back down, right? And we see, remember, this was the area IPTA was treating as a balanced price range, right? We trade back down. Don't make it back down there. Don't get back down to that. Matter of fact, let's go look and see what we're trading into here. Right, we're going to draw this line over. Let's go up to a 60-minute, right? As you see right here on the 60-minute, traded into the wick of this candle right there on the 60-minute. This is our change in the state of delivery there. We traded back down into it here on that 6 a.m. candle, right? Traded back into the change of state of delivery there. The 7 a.m. candle, like I said, we went up and we manipulated out that high. And then once we manipulated the high, we pulled down, traded back down into this wick of this 60-minute candle again right there. I went to go look and see what we were doing because on the 15-minute basis, it just stopped right here. It just stopped in this area there, not giving me a concrete, this is what we pushing for. I mean, this is what we did. And then we rallied up, came all the way back up to the bearish order block from the London kill zone. Pushed up to the bearish order block from the London kill zone, rejected off of it. And then now we're pulling back down, looking as if we're drawing toward the relative equal lows. Right. And that concludes the overnight price action review. Yesterday was FOMC. Today we got like a few news events coming out, like 9:45 and 10 o'clock. Glad we got an opportunity to witness some what's the name? Early bird get the worm. What's up, nephew? Yeah, quick one today. Just went ahead and got right into it. Just went ahead and got right into it. Let's look at the three sisters. Let's look at the three sisters. We said the NQ was hanging out in the premium of that fair value. I mean, the ES was hanging out in the premium. The NQ hanging out right around equilibrium, slight discount, right? Hanging out around consequent encroachment and slight discount of that daily fair value gap. And let's look at hanging out in equilibrium of yesterday's range. I'm gonna put on 60-minute candles. Then I'm gonna put on ES in the middle, NQ on the bottom. Okay, let's look at the one-day chart for a minute. Oh man, look at these daily candles, how different they look. Look how different they look. Oh, today the first of the month. Let's look at the monthly candles. Today the first of the month. Man, look at the difference between the July candles, man. The Dow, look at the Dow July candle. The ES July candle And then the NQ July candle. Divergence. Everybody getting a nice reaction off of the high. The NQ's reaction was a little bit bigger than everybody else's. NQ had more of a bearish reaction on the monthly. The Dow actually had a bullish reaction off of the monthly, expanded above the high with a commanding close. The ES expanded above the high, but rejected and closed back within the range. And the NQ expanded above the high and closed back within the range. So, divergence on the monthly basis. And you can see it's evident on the weekly. The weekly was just going up on the Dow. The ES, went up and retraced back without a SIBI, but the NQ went up and retraced back with a SIBI. Right. So again, the NQ showing a little bit more bearishness than the other two because we've come up and we've had displacement to the downside with this breaking market structure on the NQ on the weekly basis. Right. For those who can't see what I'm talking about, we have a breaking market structure there, and we have a SIBI there. Right. That's a bearish move. Okay. Giving us a bearish breaker right over here. Right, we touched the breaker, rejected off, and then now this week here that we're making this week right now. Right, we're making this week right now. Will we get back up to that fair value gap? Oh, we also created an inversion fair value gap right there. Will we get back to that weekly fair value gap, or we create another inversion fair value gap over here? Or will this inversion fair value gap keep price down? The Dow has still got like bullish move up. We displaced, right? Pulled back, traded back down into the BISI, right? From the week of 8 July. And then we pushed up. Now in this week here, pushing towards a new all-time high. Will we get it? Then the ES, right, did have a breaking market structure, but it doesn't have the SIBI. It went back with an immediate rebalance right there. So bearish move on the ES. That's it, man. That's it. Let's see what the next month brings. Looking at the monthly candles. Ooh-wee. There's a big ball on the Dow. The ES gave you pretty much an indecision candle. And the NQ giving you more of a bearish feel. So, are we still stuck in divergence? It's still Jack B number, Jack B quick. Anybody got anything for me? Like to thank the Big T's for pulling up last night with the hard-hitting questions. I appreciate y'all. Stop that. He mad because I got him in the cage. All right, man. We're going to go ahead and call it there. Nothing in the chat. So, with that, nobody in Discord, I can close that. With that, again, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Overnight Price Action Review. My name is Timothy Roger Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande, that big spot if you don't hablo español. And until the next time I decide to get on Algo's internet and share my thoughts on this thing they call price action. Y'all be safe. I hang these trade the streets, man. Gone.